I think the one big thing about my worldview that influences how I speak to people and approach people, especially in my local area in Tower Hamlets, is knowing that everyone is made in the image of God. So again, that's from Genesis as well. And knowing that everyone is valuable to God, and actually God has made them, impacts the way that I see my neighbours or my friends or the people I walk past every day when I go to the station. It really impacts that because I know that, you know, they have a creator, and I believe that to be true. And I know that he wants to know them and he wants them to know him.
I was interested in knowing things actually rather than just believing things, and that's what drew me as I learned more about humanism. That's exactly how humanists think: is we don't know everything, but we do want to use evidence and real data, in fact, to inform us to how we want to think about things and understand things.
So I remember, and then our favourite memory of Nelson Street Cinema, one of my favourite memories, is on Simchas Torah, rejoicing of the law when the scrolls were let out. And then there was all this dancing, and the children were held up onto the stage, and the women were in the gallery, the beautiful gallery. It was all lovely and polished and waxed, and it was a lovely colour. Beautiful colour. And so the mothers would throw sweets down, and we came out of there armed to the teeth with sweets bulging out of our pockets.
Yes, I come actually from a Roma family in Bulgaria, and I'm also half Irish. So the Irish stories, all the Celtic pagan stories, I was always fascinated with as a young child. And my father was very into exploring that with me and telling me that. And when I was in Bulgaria, again, all my family had lots of beliefs, and the most strong beliefs are about nature and working with nature, working with dance, working with music, working with fire. So that's something that's always been part of my belief.
I think with everything that's happening in the world right now, without going into detail, if I feel that if I didn't have that faith and if I didn't have that belief, I think I'd crumble. I literally would crumble, thinking what on earth is going on and why, and I'd constantly be questioning. But it's having that faith and being grounded that there is it's hard to explain, there's so many horrible things happening in the world. Why? It's that. But again, it's having that fundamental belief that things happen for a reason. We can't explain that. And having that trust in the Almighty is part of this, and it's the main fundamental belief that keeps me obviously focused and just help them. Questioning the whys and whats and whos. That's not the situation. Now I need to focus on moving this person forward and doing what I can from my side now. And there's a reason they've come to me, and there's a reason why they've come to the service. Again, that is part of the plan as well.
For me, traditionally, I think Irish culture it's a sense of community, and I think that's something that the Catholic Church offers, as do other churches. But I think that's most people that you talk to, and I talk to at work, you're saying, like, what is it about your faith and your church? And it's that sense of community, being there for one another. When things go bad, that you just rally around. Like, we've had an incident quite recently at school, and everybody just kind of came together. And maybe that is the same outside of a Catholic education, but it was that way that everybody was there to support one another. Everybody had everybody's best interest at heart.
I think there's a number of things that I think shape my worldview. The first, which is probably quite obvious, is the fact that I am Muslim, and that does shape my worldview. It shapes my understanding of the world, it helps me to understand when things happen in life and how to deal with it. But I'm also a feminist, so I do see the world through that lens. I am an anti-racist. Again, I see the world through that lens. I think I was thinking about this, and I was saying, like, I don't know if I can put myself into one box when it comes to worldviews, because I think I'm quite fluid. Obviously, my faith is perhaps the most central